want to talk about flawed liberal logic. Deliberate, malicious, stupid, or all three. Got two liberal logics that are normally used. First one is they stayed here and became us. British invaded, looted, and left. They, on the other hand, invaded, looted, raped, and stayed back and became us. I'm assuming you'll understand what they refer to here. So this logic is hard to swallow because it says, if a thief comes in, takes your TV, and disappears, that's one. And if another thief, uh, enters your home, kills your father, rapes your mother, and stayed back as your father, the second one is better because, um, you know, he stayed back and became one of you. Now, this might be a very crude analogy, probably will sound nonsensical, but the logic somehow sounds very similar, um, and that's the flaw. Um, so the I think the heart of this logic is that they became us, and that's where there is, uh, uh, you know, a disagreement, at least from the index side. And the question is, how do you come to the conclusion that they became us? They did not um, become us. Had they become us, there would not have been any partition, right? Partition is a proof that they did not become us. Uh, I Even if one were to argue that, okay, you know, so what? There's a partition. You can still sort of think of them as, uh, separate but united in the sense that they belong to the same geographical area, and they're similar to us. But even that argument does not work, because if that was the case, there would have been, plural democratic secular nations, our neighbors on both sides, but they're not. So they did not become us, even after. So first of all, there was a partition. So that's one. Second, even after partition, they formed uh, religious nations, which does not fit in the definition that they became us, right? And then it, the response back could be that, okay, count after the partition, don't count the partition, all right? Even if you think in that sense, I don't think so. Um, we can still say with absolute confidence and clarity that they have become us, right? So that's the first one. Second one is whitewashing Tamils and Alexanders. Indians should follow Gandhi, not Godse, but we adore our Tamils and Alexanders. So this is a huge hypocrisy that left liberal need to answer. It's like, Gandhi is the greatest hero. They invoke a lot. Um, Not just Indian hero, but a global hero. But when it comes to their own kids, they don't name them Gandhi. They go after their own ancestors like Tammuz and Alexanders and Mao's and Lenin's, and which is very strange, right? I mean, forget Gandhi. You would not even see Indic names, and that's very strange. As much as they love Gandhi, uh, or sort of other Indic heroes like, let's say, Buddha, or other peaceful uh, other uh, peaceful Indian uh, heroes they invoke so much, but when it comes to their own kids, they'll name them Timurs and Alexanders. And I mean, one could argue that, oh, okay, I mean, the intent or attempt there is that they acknowledge and agree that there was a cruel past, something that was very ugly, and by sort of naming their kids on those cruel, barbaric invaders, you're trying to normalize it and chart a path of peace uh, in future. That may make sense. That probably is a valid argument, but that would only be valid if they acknowledged and agreed on the cruel aspects of what their ancestors did. And I think that's where the disagreement is. On the contrary, it seems, and it probably is the reality, that they're proud of what their ancestors did. And this is the hypocrisy that needs resolution. Like, they will invoke non-violent Gandhi to be the Indian and global hero, but they love and adore their violent ancestors and proud of their Timurs, Alexanders, Maos, and Lenins. All right, that's it. Thank you guys.